Okay guys, so today I'm gonna show you guys how to record on Cubase 12 Pro. I know many people don't know that Cubase 12 is actually out, but it's out like months ago. It's out and it's what I'm using. Understand? So alright, so let's get started. Now here is our Cubase 12. Understand? The first thing that you're seeing here is well, alright. Now let's say here's our Cubase. Understand? It's open now. The first thing you need to note when you want to record is that one, you need to be sure that your connections are done right. Set your sound driver. Check out the audio system here. I'm using FL Studio ASIO, but here is my sound driver, UMC ASIO driver. Understand? You can, whether you're using Behringer, still UMC ASIO, or Focusrite or AIM Audio, whatever sound card you're using, it will be here for you to select. But I just want to use FL ASIO for my recordings right now. So that's it. Okay. Then the first thing to do is get to where you have file. Click on file, new project. Now on getting here, we have recent recordings, scoring, production, mastering, and more. But let's look at this guy here. Now we have 16 mono and 8 stereo, 16 MIDI, 8 groups plus FX. Now here these presets here, preset kind of tracks that have been set already. Understand? To make the work easier, you just can get in here and just select create, and you will have all of these tracks set. So you just start recording. But I wouldn't advise you to go with this one. You can actually come to this guy when you actually know how they got to this level. Okay, so now how did I get here? Fresh for starters, how to record vocals. So now let's start with how to create tracks. First, what you have to do is come here, create. Alright, let's just start all over. Create file, new project, click on recent, then create empty, and then you have to select a folder where you store all of your jobs. I store my jobs in document Cubase project, so you click on Cubase project and then the name of the folder. That's the name of the project that you want to work on. So the name of my project would be how to record on Cubase 12. Alright, select folder. So now here is what your Cubase 12 interface looks like. Understand? Like I said earlier, before recording you have to ensure that your audio settings are correct. That's the in and the out. For now, I don't know if they are intact or not. Let's check again. So get to studio, first studio setup. Okay, we already checked this guy, audio system. Let me see, check it again. It's okay. FL ASIO, you can actually select your sound card if it's here. That if you don't want to use FL ASIO, but I prefer FL ASIO for this purpose. Okay, and the next thing is still that studio setup. Go to audio connections, input and output. In, okay, out, connected. By the time we start recording, I will come back to this place and tell you what would happen or what will happen if these guys are not correctly set. So let's assume everything is set and okay. The next thing you want to do is import a file, an instrumental that you want to record. There are two methods on how to bring in an instrumental or any file or any audio to Cubase. You can either drag or import. So the first thing, let's drag first. Desktop. Go to where you have the beats and just drag any instrumental. Understand? That is that. Now this guy here, copy file to project folder. What this will do is that if you mark this guy here, this guy will save the instrumental in the folder in which you just created. That's how to record on Cubase 12. It will save this instrumental as wave in that folder, whereby giving you I don't know, whereby bringing in your work, everything to one folder instead of having an instrumental on your desktop and then you're recording in a different folder. So if you unmark this guy, this instrumental remains only on your desktop. But if you mark this guy, a copy of this guy will be included in the folder that you created for this particular project. So let's click OK. After that, here is our instrumental. Usually when you download instrumentals on websites or on YouTube, those are mastered. Yeah, majority of those instrumentals are mastered already, so they're definitely going to be loud. And now if you want to record and then now you just import an instrumental and start recording, it's going to be like, I don't know. But first, I'll come back to that. I wanted to talk about the two ways of importing instrumentals. So here's the first way, and delete this. The second way is just file, where you have import audio file. You select your location and you click on the file you want to import and then open. Copy file to put this folder here. Do that. Okay, yeah, before I continue, this part, bit depth, this is just to convert any sample from 32-bit float to 24-bit. You don't want to do that. And this part is split channels. What this does is that it will split the audio file into two different files here, whereby you have your left and right, understand? But you don't want that, so everything should just be one normal track. And then, okay. So here is our track. Like I said earlier, before the second method of importing audio, mastered beats on websites are mostly loud, understand? So you have to reduce them before recording. If not, you will have to be shouting, or your artist will have to be shouting to meet up with the level of the instrumental, whereby it could cause some sort of distortion during recording, understand? So the best thing I can advise anyone is low recordings are better, understand? Record low in a well padded environment whereby you have less or no noise, understand? So you record low, and then after everything you can actually boost the entire work, because that's actually the work of mastering, understand? So instead of trying to shout to compete with a loud and mastered instrumental, so you reduce the instrumental, then now you can just sing or talk normal. So there are many ways to reduce this. You can either grab this guy, bring it down low, or observe this place where we have volume. If you want to reduce, just bring it down. The numbers are moving. If you want to increase, take it up. Or you can just come here and type in a figure. Let's say minus 20. That's not way too low. Or minus 18. Yeah. Another way to reduce vocals or to reduce the volume of whatever is, you can just come here, this place, you have this guy, reduce. But the difference between this guy and this guy is that this particular one reduces just the audio that you are working on, whereas if you reduce from this place, understand, it's going to reduce everything that's been laid on this same track. Sometimes you may want to put about three different things on the same track. So if you reduce this guy, meaning you're reducing everything on this track. But if you reduce from here or from here, it's just this guy. So let's restore this to 0. Now we are done importing our audio file. Now we want to record, which is why we are here. So there are many ways to add track. You have to add your tracks now. You can either right click here, add track, or you come where you have this plus here and click on the plus, select audio, not group, not effects, not instrument, not sampler, not just audio. The first one, yeah, it's already set in mono. You can decide whether you want to record in stereo or you want to record in mono, understand? But I won't want to advise you to record mono, understand? But I personally record mono, understand? Yeah, I record mono because one mic for one person, so let it be a mono recording. My input is always mono, so the configuration here is mono. The output or the output stereo, that should not be tampered with, understand? It's like people normally make this mistake when after an entire job, when they want to export, they export in mono, whereby some of the sound that you pan to left or right, and once you export in mono, everything comes together, which is wrong. So mono in and stereo out. And here we have name. You can either type name or whatever you want to name the tracks, but no need for that because I don't want that. And then count, that's the number of tracks that you want to, that you want to add. Let's go with maybe 4. Yeah, and then add track. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and alright then. Now let's start recording our input. I told you guys that I'm gonna come back to this place when we're about to record. So for now, let me just turn this guy not connected. And then now before you record, okay, you need to be ensured that when you want to record, you have to reduce your studio monitors, that is your monitor speakers. You need to turn them off and then get your headsets so that what comes out of the speakers won't enter into the mic. So you have to reduce that and then increase the headsets so that you're now listening through the headsets. Alright, then the shortcode for recording, to record on Cubase is that if you're using a bigger an external keyboard, or if your system has a large keyboard, the shortcode to record is star. For instance, you just click on star and it begins to record. But now it's not recording. Now, if you ask me why it's not recording, the answer is just you come to your studio, audio connections, inputs. This guy is not connected. Understand? So you have to turn this guy on. Assuming you are an M audio sound card, it will show M audio. If your sound driver is, if your audio input, audio system is, if you are using a Focusrite, right, you will see Focusrite. But now since we are working with FLSU as our audio, audio in and out here, it's FL Studio. So let's record again on a different track. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Aye. Now let's play and listen. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Aye. Now after getting this right, here's the first track, track 1, when we recorded without turn on the input. Understand? And it's the second track after turning on the input. So let's mute these two guys. Now another thing to consider whenever you want to record is that, see this little guy, this red guy, record enable. If you turn this guy off and record, it won't record. For instance, let's just try it and see. Understand? So don't undirect any of these guys, any of these knobs here. So now let's enable record. Understand? Now you record. Now with this guy you can record. In Cubase you can record up to 4 or 5 tracks, as in you can record as many tracks as possible at the same time. All you need to do is just now let's start our recording from here. All you need to do is just this guy, unmute this, enable recording in the 4 tracks, and then record. Understand? Now it's recording in all the tracks. If we mute this of that guy, it won't record there, it's just the other 3. Take this out. If you turn it on here, it comes back. Understand? So that's that. For you to record, you have to make sure that this guy is enabled before you can record. Now let's listen to what we did earlier. Understand? Now it's recording in all the tracks. If we mute this of that guy, it won't record there, it's just the other 3. Now another thing to consider whenever you want to record is that like for instance, if you want to record an instrument, maybe a guitar, the guitarist would want to hear what he's playing, because right now as I'm talking, I'm not hearing myself. Understand? But if you turn this guy on, where we have very close to the audio, very close to this guy, it's called monitor. Once you on this, whatever you say or whatever you do, whatever comes into this Cubase will be played back to you so that you listen. For instance, let's turn this on. Hey. Understand? So some artists like to hear themselves when they are singing. Understand? So that maybe, I don't know, it works for them, but personally I don't like to hear myself when I'm singing. So I'll just maybe shift my headset one side and record. But some people, for some reasons based known to them, they like to hear themselves when they are recording. So all you need to do is just turn this on. Yeah, we can hear ourselves now. Yeah, I can hear myself now, not ourselves. So an instrumentalist would want to hear himself, like a guitarist would want to hear the playback, so that, because that's what inspires him. Understand? So you have to turn that on. But in other case, I think everything here is fine. What else do you wanna do? Okay. Now let's say you want to export this job now. Understand? Just select. Once you've selected where you want to the complete file that you want to export, start clicking it, just tap P, that's the shortcut, just tap P and it will highlight whatever you want. If you want to export just this guy, just tap P and it will export. Understand? So that's that. Let's say you want to export the whole of this. So bring this guy a bit close and bring this guy a bit close. You don't even have to bring them closer. You might just click here and then drag this guy somewhere here and bring this guy here. Yeah, so it's gonna export just the highlighted part of the project. Now I think we are done here, so let's go back here. File, exports, audio mix down. Title, how to record on Cubase. Yeah. Before then, note one other thing you need to consider is sometimes let's say this setup here is done correctly. You've selected your audio system, your preferred sound driver, and you've also turned your inputs correct and the output. I didn't show you about these guys. If the guy is not connected, you won't see any output. You won't hear anything you've done here so far. Understand? But let's assume all of these are done correctly. Your in is correct, your out. If we mute this, understand, the next thing you have to consider, if you're not getting sound either in or out, you have to check your hardwares, maybe your sound card or your monitor. Understand? Maybe it's not recording. You have to check if the phantom on your sound card is turned on. Understand? So I guess that's that for now. So let's export this job. File, export, audio mix down, your name, the name of the project, how to record on Cubase 12. So path, you have to select the location where this thing is going to. So I think it's going to users, document, Cubase project, how to record here, the folder I created. And then now here, presets, file type, and you select either WAV or MP3. For now we want MP3, and you might want to click this guy, high quality, for a high quality output, and insert ID 3 tag. That's if you want to insert out those tags or whatever. That's not the main thing. The main thing now, so just export audio. Alright, now let's get down to and look for the projects. Cubase projects, how to record on Cubase 12, mix down, how to record on Cubase 12. Understand? Now it's recording in all the tracks. If we mute this other guy, it won't record there. It's just the other three. Take this. Hey. So there's that. And one other thing you need to remember: whenever you start any project, always remember to save, because right now we've not saved this job and it's very bad. Understand? Anything can happen. Your system can go off, or your Cubase could crash. Anything. So it's always advisable that you save your job. How to record on Cubase 12. Remember, the first thing you did when you came in was to create a folder. We didn't save this job, so it's now that we're going to save the job. Now that we've not saved the job, come here and check something. Let me show you something. Here's the folder. The Cubase data is not here, but let's save this guy and then we check again. Here is it, how to record on Cubase 12. So that's that. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something today. And just in case you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, I believe you should like the video. It's a very simple and straightforward lecture, so please like the video and share for others to learn. If you have any question, drop on the comment section and I will actually attend to it.